Hey guys, I forgot to do the final sort of wrap up commentary on the Mighty Endeavor. So I think the clip that I uploaded or for you, it's probably going to be available right away next to the other video. But I'm recording these maybe like an hour apart from the last part one of this report out. So the game is obviously cleaned up. It's all packed up and good to go. Might need to do a floor check, but yeah, we finished up, and you can see some of the commentary from Justin on his channel. Again, that's Justagard, Justegardee. So I know he's uploading a few videos to his channel, and that's going to include some commentary as well as the wrap up from his perspective. At the end of the game, we tallied up the victory points, and we actually miscounted. So on his video that he's going to upload, the score was 46-40, with the Soviet Union in the lead, 46 victory points. I actually had 42, not 40, and what's funny is like it's so funny that it came out to be 46-42. There was on the very last turn, I had moved some units out of away from Nuremberg, and I realized I didn't need to. And had I not done that, I would have retained 4 victory points, and then it would have been tied 46-46. So if I were a slightly better player and just had realized I didn't have to do what I did, then the score would have been 46-46 and would have been completely tied. So woulda, coulda, shoulda. It didn't happen. I was still behind and lost, but ultimately it was a very close game. We both had a lot of fun with it. We played over 20 hours, I think, total. I mean, to be honest, it was probably maybe even over 20 hours, but we ballparked it around 20 hours of actual play, intermixed with short breaks and whatever. But we hit it pretty hard, and it was a lot of fun. First of all, right, just playing a big game like this, and this is not that big a game, but playing a bigger game opposed with someone, and exploring the game system and fighting through it, and also having an audience here at the convention, poking in, checking in, amazed at what's changed the last time they walked by. That's just a lot of fun. We had a good time. So big props to Justin for playing with me and getting through it. My overall thoughts on the game itself, I definitely had a good time. Ultimately, I want to play it again, the full thing, like I just did. Another 20 hours. Another 20 hours. To one, play without making some of the play mistakes that I made. Two, to play without making some of the rules mistakes that really, I think, slowed me down as the Western Allies a little bit. Maybe just a turn or two. Wasn't a big deal, but that turn or two might have been the difference between, beating the Soviet Union in terms of victory points, and not. And it's not that big a deal, but it's just like, oh, shoot, you don't want to get something basic wrong like that again. So I definitely want to play it again. And maybe play at the opposite side, play as the Soviets, maybe play as the Western Allies again. Either way, I feel like it needs another play. My thought process is, if my opinion stays the same after the second play, I might prefer to not play with the Eastern map, because the Eastern map, the Eastern mechanics were added in the expanded edition. So they added the Eastern Front stuff, but originally this game was just the West Front. I definitely have the feeling like the Western Front is still pretty well, I don't know, balanced, or it's well fashioned. Like you could play that and it would be still very entertaining if you like the game system. I think the Eastern side is very swingy. It just feels swingy because of the way that the HQs activate, the way that the Germans get beat up before they even get on the map, where those die rolls, I mean, basically, everything's decided by the die rolls, I guess, but in particular, those are die rolls that you have no control over and just sort of happen. but the impact of those die rolls is so high that if you're lucky as the Soviets and you just get to go a lot, I mean, you're guaranteed going to win, or you're going to win very quickly, um, almost to like a foregone conclusion. Uh, and then the Western Allied players probably wondering like, what's the point of continuing if they get into Berlin very quickly? And I don't like the feeling of that. The fact that one player is going to win purely based on the big swinginess kind of bothers me. But counter to that, you figure die rolls eventually even out. And we had our game where it was honestly very, very close. I mean, it really should have been a tie on the numbers. Maybe my concerns, are overstated. But that's what the second playthrough would be for if I get an opportunity to play it again. But again, at the very least, the Western Front was entertaining, interesting, difficult decisions, tough fighting. Was a good time. So I definitely want to. Definitely like having the game, and I'm definitely going to keep it on my shelf, and I'll definitely be looking to play it more in the future. So yeah, that this is a poor substitute for a full review, but at least you guys get my thoughts on the game. Again, had a great time with it. Some aspects of the expanded edition I have question marks on, but still a good game experience for 20 some hours worth of play. So, all right, thanks guys. We'll have more reporting in tomorrow, hopefully, as I get a chance to record more, and we'll go from there. See you guys.